the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Tate. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
And he's running in the open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Blue. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Back to throw, it's Ewers. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Caught over the middle, it's Golden. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Release to the back. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Now improvising. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of... Loss of 3. Third down coming. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
It's caught. Still running at the 40. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Ibuka. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. And the Buckeyes in the hurry up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Ibuka. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't gonna happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
Back to pass, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down coming up. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Looking left. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Ohio State! Reeled it in and just made the house call. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to attack another. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Back to pass, it's Ewers. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Coming after him. Caught behind the line. It's Blue. Touchdown, Texas! What a grab and go for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 27.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Number 15, set to kick off.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand.
He's got it down the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you've got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Howard. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for him.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
And it's frustrating because you go into half, and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Blue. Turns it on at midfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Scanning the field, it's Ewers. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last week.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Oh, it's out! And the offense falls on the ball, but they'll still have to give it up. They're short of the first down.
And as a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
And now this offense will take the field again. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Blue. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Wants to throw. It's Ewers. Gets it out fast. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 27, Texas 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Bond. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Catch in the middle. It's Bond. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
It's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the comeback is on.
Number 85.
Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zero.
And he makes the extra point. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second down.
And the Buckeyes inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. The lone back's got it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Looking for a man. It's Howard. Got his man in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. A bit of a roll of the dice, betting that they could finish the game, and they almost certainly did with that completion.
And I love when coaches have confidence in their quarterbacks in big situations like that. With the game on the line, go out and execute, ice this game.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the 4th quarter.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this defense is going to need a few plays now to get some of this momentum back. Remember, they had a massive lead earlier in the game, but that's dwindled now. You wonder if they were just sleepwalking a little bit. They've got to step up now and play with some urgency.
He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. He had no time left, no choice, had to get it done, and he does, and they're a conversion away from a W.
How about the bomb, the Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it, and the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build, that confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.